Hey everybody, this is Eric Pratt of Gun Owners of America, and I want to give you a quick update on some gun control regs that are quietly looming in the background, talking about the ATF regulations that could ultimately result in a ban on millions of semi-automatic firearms. So please, if you would, like this video, share it with your friends, and please also go to our website. Make your voice heard by showing your opposition to what the ATF's doing. Now, the comment period is going to be closing soon, June 27th, so you have just a few days to make your voice heard. You can, by the way, use our suggested comments that are posted at the URL on the screen. Just copy and paste our pre-written text to the ATF, or you can amend it in any way that you like, and then send it off to them. Now, on its face, the ATF regulations deal with bump stocks. And I realize what you may be thinking. You may not care about bump stocks. You may not own a bump stock. You may think that, these regulations are harmless because they won't affect you in the least. But that's where you would be wrong. You see, here's the problem. These regulations set the table for a future ban on millions of semi-automatic firearms. I'm talking about AR-15s, AK-47s, M1 Garands, even 22 calibers like the Ruger 10/22. And the regs do this by using bump stocks as the camel's nose in the tent. The ATF regs claim that bump stocks make semi-automatic weapons fire automatically. Of course, that's not true. An AR-15 or any other semi-auto with a bump stock still fires semi-automatically. But the ATF, with a wave of its wand, is claiming differently with these regulations. So if the ATF interpretation becomes the overriding de facto law, then the same can be said about many other common items around the house, things like belt loops or rubber bands, index fingers, things like that. And that's because using the logic in these regulations, those items can also turn an AR-15 into a machine gun as well. So to be clear, the current regulations don't classify any AR-15 or other semi-automatic rifle you own as a machine gun, not yet. But what I'm saying is you shouldn't be surprised if a future anti-gun administration uses these regulations to deem that semi-automatics like AR-15s are too readily convertible to machine guns. And here's the thing, an anti-gun Democrat administration in the future will be able to easily make the arguments for a couple of reasons. First of all, a bump stock, according to these ATF regs, can readily restore a semi-auto into a machine gun simply because the gun owner can effectively fire the weapon continuously with a single pull of the trigger. It doesn't matter that the gun is still firing in the semi-automatic mode. The ATF has declared that it's firing automatically. Secondly, under federal law, any firearm that can be readily restored or converted to fire automatically is a machine gun, period, end of story. So given that there are countless number of items out there which can be used to bump fire a semi-auto, an anti-gun administration could deem that millions of rifles are readily restorable and therefore they are banned. See, that's what the problem is. Now, I'm not attributing motives here. I'm not saying that this is what the current administration wants to happen, but we've had our attorneys look at these regs and we're just telling you what can easily happen. You guys know better than anyone that this is how gun control advances. We've seen this time and time again. Think about when Obama tried to use the armor-piercing bullet ban to outlaw the common green tip M855 ammo for the AR-15. Or remember how he tried to build upon prior import bans to outlaw semi-automatic shotguns? Or how about when he attempted to use laws regulating gun dealers to punish private gun owners selling more than one personal gun with 5 years in jail and a $250,000 fine? There's tons of examples. Remember when he tried to expand the reach of the anti-gun Obamacare law by telling doctors that they could now glean information on gun owners and feed them into a federal database? Or what about when he sought to expand the so-called NICS Improvement Act to outlaw millions of Social Security recipients from owning firearms? Yeah, this is the problem. Gun control leftists like Obama and others are constantly trying to expand the reach of every gun control law on the books. I mean, just think about how the Brady Law has resulted in hundreds and thousands of military veterans losing their gun rights, or how laws supposedly aimed at stopping criminals from carrying weapons have incarcerated innocent victims like Shaneen Allen, who's a lawful concealed carry holder from Pennsylvania. I mean, there's so many examples of the slippery slope of gun control at the federal and state level. I could probably spend the next hour detailing them. But you probably remember House Minority Leader Nancy Pelosi said she certainly hopes that a bump stock ban will result in a slippery slope for more gun control. That was her words. And you know what? She may be right. And gun owners may one day look back at these bump stock regs and see that it was the catalyst that gun banners used to outlaw AR-15s and other semi-automatic firearms. So again, the comment period on this AR-15 ban will be closing soon, June 27th. So you have just a few days to make your voice heard. So please do that. Feel free to use our suggested comments that you can find at the URL on your screen. You can copy and paste it. We've got pre-written text there for you to use, or you can amend it however you want to do it. But whatever you do, please, please tell the ATF that you are 100% against any infringement of your Second Amendment rights. Well, I want to thank you for watching. Again, please like and share this video, and make sure that you've signed up for our email alerts, so that way you'll be getting the most up-to-date information that's affecting your gun rights.